recording and welcoming everyone to the SuccessFit team call. I'm Bria, and as I'm sure we all know each other. But for the sake of the recording, I'm the creator of SuccessFit, and as always, I'm super pumped to be on here with you guys. I kind of feel like I get really excited about our team calls because it's like I get to hang out with my favorite people, aside from my family, who are obviously my favorite people, but they're sleeping. Anyway, great to see you guys. I am pumped because there is so many awesome things happening in our team right now. I'm sure you guys are feeling that energy. I think like seeing Mary talk today about her Bost, like that was an amazing offer. And then hearing all the rank advancements that are happening and the new coaches that are being added and just the positive stories. It's really, really motivating, and you can kind of catch that high and ride it. So I hope I don't totally dampen our excitement by talking about something super boring tonight. Oh, that's so cute. But I do think I want to try to every other week make sure that I'm offering value and training to you guys on the more technical side or system side of things, so that you guys are taking specific tasks away from what I have found to work and choose to whether to implement those in your business or not. So I'm just going to quickly mute everyone out, and then I'm going to share my screen and get going. Mute all. There we go. Okay, so if you have a question, unmute, because once I share my screen, I can't really see if there's a chat question, or you can put it in the chat and we'll look at it at the end. But let's just go really quickly here. Here we go. Okay, so today we are going to talk all about Facebook marketing. That is my focus. And, just preemptively before I run through some recognition, I am not an expert by any means, but I have really spent some time starting to focus on this in my business. So I wanted to, as I said, get out the tips that have started to work for me through trial and error so that you guys can take those and run with them as well. But again, always so important is to talk about recognition. And I do want to highlight our Success Club leaders right now, Erica and Larissa, who are both at Success Club 20, Jody at 16, and Carla and Trish are both at 12. Shelly and Christine, everyone's already, these people have hit Success Club. We've got a lot of really close people who are at Success Club. And I think recognition is important. For some people, it's really motivating. And I think that you should get a big high five from the team when you're doing something great. But I also think it's great because if someone something is happening really exceptional in someone's business, it's really important that we learn that from them so we can implement it into our own. So reach out to these people who are having such success this month if you're struggling, and ask them specifically what they're doing and try to take that information away. And I think what I'll probably be doing also is start highlighting more of you guys on the call and having people actually share a little bit about what's working really well for them. But tonight's kind of a full call. So I think that take the time to reach out to people one-on-one and learn, Erica, it's her first month. Trish, it's her second month. I know Carla's really new in the business. Larissa and Jody are always hitting big numbers. So it's really important to hear how people are doing and what they're doing specifically so we can implement that too. Volume as well, I think, is really important to recognize, because that is sort of those are our commissions that are coming in every week. And you are really trying to aim above a minimum of 300 every week if you can, because you're going to really be growing a business at that size. So big high fives to some big time volume leaders, Erica, Larissa, Jess. I don't know if she's on the call. My daughter just came back from a dance class with her, so she's probably not. But, and some exciting rank advancements. I know I'm jumping the gun a little bit on these, but they don't officially go until tomorrow. I know we recognized Christine going Ruby last week, which was amazing. But I can see that Carla is about to go Emerald, which is incredible that it's all in there and done, and it'll officially show up tomorrow. So congratulations. And that is really exciting as well. Larissa is going Diamond tomorrow, and that is a huge accomplishment. So I know we'll shout it out all over social media tomorrow, but as a team, I think it's important to recognize, because it means she's really leading her team. And I just want to congratulate you for that. And we've had some big recruiters this week. Jody and Larissa, shout out to you guys, because actually I think that when I made this earlier today, it was 10 new coaches, but I think we actually have 12 new coaches in SuccessFit just this week alone. So we're growing, and that means we need to step it up so that we can set the example for our teams as we go. Announcements. So November is the Fall Classic. If you guys don't know what that is, it's a great way that Beachbody does a competition through Success Club points. And these Fall Classics, or you've also heard them as Team Cups, this Fall Classic is where you actually have 3 people in a group instead of 5, which I think the Team Cups are, but they're really designed to help you decide that for this month, you're going to just dial in and push a little harder. For this month, you're going to push a little harder, reach out to more people, and kind of come together with a couple other people. So if you are a diamond coach or you're almost a diamond coach, you need to grab 2 people in your team and sign up for the Fall Classic this week and get going. And if you are not a diamond or almost diamond and you are looking for a team, let me know or post about it in SuccessFit. I will create a document so that we can get people together. I know I'll be looking for 2 people. So if anyone's looking for a partner, I'd be happy to team up. And it's a great way to win prizes and just kind of, as I said, dial in and push yourself to another level during the month of November. Super Saturday, the next Super Saturday. So the last one we had this past weekend, and it was so fun, the one in Toronto. I know there were a few other people going to different ones around, but the next one is January 9th. Put it on your calendar now. You want to show up for these events because they're very energizing. I know that everybody who showed up for this event really got a lot out of it. Just a reminder on the October competition, which is really exciting because we are starting to see some rank advancements, but make sure that you are talking to your partner. I have lots of great swag. I'm really excited to mail it out. I will make a list and we'll go in order of the teams that finish first, and you can kind of pick from the swag what you want. But push yourselves, push each other, and see if even if you have a success partner in there. But it's all about us coming together as a team, I think, and having fun. Don't forget about team topics. If you want training on something, make sure you're going and editing that document in SuccessFit files. And I know we talked about Coach Basics is starting on Monday. So if you are not an Emerald yet, or you're still struggling to hit Success Club, that is the training for you. If Success Club is something you're really quite comfortable with and you've hit Emerald, or you've almost hit Emerald, then Emerald to Diamond is a good option for you. So make sure you're letting us know, because Coach Basics kicks off on Monday and Emerald to Diamond kicks off in the following Monday. Okay, I'm going to take a sip of water because I'm talking so much, which I hope is not so boring for you guys. Okay, let's get into it. Facebook marketing. And again, I apologize. I am going to be talking at you guys a lot tonight. So next week, I'll make sure someone else is talking and that it's way more fun. But here's what I want to talk about tonight. I want to talk about native posts versus non-native posts. And this was a really big aha for me in Facebook marketing. I want to talk about when and how to create a Facebook ad, and when, why, and how to boost a post, because they're three very separate things. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the native versus the non-native. So I've been doing a lot of following of Amy Porterfield. She's a really great social media marketer, an expert really, and she focuses mainly on Facebook. So what I'm talking about tonight is Facebook specific. I know there's a lot of other great social media platforms, but that is where I've sort of focused in on. And the ultimate goal when you create a post in Facebook, and we're talking more about your Facebook like page, your business page tonight, but really, I guess this one kind of applies to either way. The ultimate goal of your post is engagement. It's to get more likes, more shares, more comments, more clicks on what your actual post is. Because how Facebook works, and specifically in your like page, is that they only show your stuff to people who want to see your stuff. Because when you have a few hundred to a few thousand friends, you can't have everybody's stuff in your newsfeed. So they're only going to start showing you the stuff that is actually in your newsfeed. Now, a really cool thing I just learned recently is actually that they don't have to necessarily click like, comment, or share on your post. Even if they just hover over your post for a little while, that will boost the affinity of your post in that person's newsfeed. So be careful also what you're hovering over, because you're going to see a lot more of what you just wait over and look at. What happens is when somebody clicks like or comments or shares, like those are little gold mines, and Facebook recognizes those as okay, well, you like this, so I'm going to give you more of this. And for you as a business owner with your business page, the more people that like and comment on your stuff, the more they realize, well, people like this stuff, so we're going to push this one out more into the news feed. So that is why the ultimate goal of your post is to always be getting those things. So you want to make sure when you're posting that you are putting out content that requests engagement, and typically, if it inspires some type of emotion, laughter, sadness, fear, whatever it is, you're going to get a lot more engagement than anything else. You'll notice that about when you post pictures of your kids or something, because it's emotional for people, right? So that's how affinity works. The more people like and comment and engage, the more they're going to see your stuff, and it's going to get pushed out in front of them. That's what you want to see. And that's where this whole concept and one of my favorite books, Jab, 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 Right Hook, comes into play. And so if you are looking at developing your social media marketing understanding, this is a great book to read for personal development. But the whole concept is this jabbing concept. You're putting out really good content, or what they call native content. You're sharing information and valuable content to people before you right hook, before you ask something of them to join a challenge group or to come into your sneak peek and join your team. And one other reference I just wanted to share with you, because I said I look at this book, but I also wanted to reference Amy Porterfield, and Mari Smith is a new one that I've started following. And she's actually I think she's like the head social media marketing person at Facebook. And she has a podcast like Amy Porterfield. So I'd write her name down and check her out, because she is full of great information when I listen to her podcasts. Okay, moving on. Okay, so native versus non-native. I've now talked about this a couple times, but I want to be more specific. And I apologize because I wanted to actually put picture examples up for you, but I was having trouble making that happen I'm still learning my Mac and this PowerPoint, whatever, Keynote or whatever it's called on my Mac. But so an example of a native post, it's so much more organic. It's almost like putting information in front of someone without actually sticking your product in front of them, if that makes sense. So an example of a native post, when it's specific to our products and programs, is going to be like, make the shake. Don't talk about the shake. You want to inspire engagement. So you might choose to make your shake, or make show yourself making it shake, and not even mention Shakeology in a way. But what you're doing there by showing this recipe and showing all this stuff is that you're inspiring someone to say to you, well, what do you use? What are you using there? What's in that bag? That kind of thing. You're trying to stir up that engagement. That's what's considered a native post, is putting something out with someone without making it salesy. A non-native post might be, and I think the kissing of the Shakeology bottle is super cute, but it is not native, because it's very product placement. It's very obvious that, oh, I'm loving my Shakeology. So that's the difference. And there's certainly a place for non-native posts, but the majority of your posts you want to be very native. Another example is sharing results from a challenge group. So you're not actually saying like, oh, I did this and look what happened. You're just like, oh, you're celebrating someone else's success. So without, in a way, like being like, look what happens in a challenge group, you're just saying like, oh, isn't it so exciting that this person had such a great transformation? Does that make sense? Or cuddling at home with your babies when they're sick and being like, oh, I'm so glad I get to be home with them because I work from home. It's like what you're implying there. That's what the native post is. I try really hard to do that with my workout ones in the morning, where I'm showing workout moves, and a lot of people will ask me what programs they're from, and that allows me to talk more about the program. So that's what a native is, versus a non-native post would be like throwing up a picture of the promotion this month of 21 Day Fix. And I don't recommend doing that. You want to really encourage people to come to you because they look at you as a trusted advisor in the field, and not that you're always pushing a product. So I wanted to make sure to clarify that before we dive into ads, because I think when you're posting, it's really important. That was a big eye opener for me to learn. It's like, I want to make sure I'm putting information out to people that is indirectly sharing what I do, but in sharing good quality content, and also engaging, requiring that they engage back with me so that we can start to have a conversation. So I hope that makes some sense and maybe gives you guys some tips. Okay, so I want to head into, and I've shared my screen, so I'm actually going to switch it over to running a Facebook ad, and I'm just going to walk through step by step how to create your first Facebook ad, because there's a lot of ways to do it. And for me, when I want to do something, but I've never done it before, it's like, and Larissa and I were actually talking about this earlier, it's like having this great big frog that you have to eat, and I just don't want to do it. It just, for some reason, it seems intimidating. It's really not that intimidating. So I just want to show you the simplest way to do it, and walk you through it. And then you'll also have this recorded if you want to go through it again. But the easiest way to actually create your Facebook ad is to start by going to this link, www.facebook.com/adsmanager. And if your Facebook will be open in your page pretty much, so it should automatically load your Facebook page in there. But if you want to go to this facebook.com/ad-manager, I'm going to show you right now. This is what I've done. So here I am. Now it's telling me there's a problem loading my data. Isn't that funny? Of course it is. So you go to this ads manager. I'm just going to make sure this is right. Facebook.com/ads manager. Okay. And once I'm here at ads manager, I'm going to be able to create what we call a campaign. Okay. And so this is a little bit more specific. There are faster, shorter ways to do it, but I like this way because it allows me to see the analytics of what I'm doing. And it also allows me to be more specific in the audience that I'm targeting. So when you're choosing to run a Facebook post, or sorry, a Facebook ad, the whole goal of this is to promote. You're promoting something. For me, when I'm running an ad, I'm promoting my page. I'm trying to get more eyes on my page, more likes. That is the whole goal of me running an ad. Because when you're expanding outside of your warm market, because the Facebook like pages don't advertise for you, you have to somehow get your page out in front of your niche market. And I do recommend that you learn to boil this down, and that's what I'm going to try to show you today, to your niche market as best as you can, because getting 10 likes from people who are your customer is way better than getting 1,000 likes from people who are not your customer, who are never going to buy from you. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to actually just shrink this so I can make sure that I'm seeing this a bit better. Sorry. I need to learn there we go. I figured it out. Okay. So I'm going to start by creating a campaign. I hope you guys can see. If you can't see something, let me know so I can go. So I'll go to create my campaign. And the first thing, does anyone have a question?
Well, I can't see it.
Oh, you can't see anything?
No, just the PowerPoint style.
Oh, can anyone else see what I'm doing? No? Anyone else?
No, I can't see you, Bria.
Oh, you guys can. Okay, sorry. Well, I'm glad you told me. I'm going to stop my share and let's just share a different page. Maybe that's what needs to happen here. Sorry. Maybe I needed to share a different. Sorry.
That's okay. It was on your original create Facebook ad. There we go.
Okay. So I should go back then because you guys probably didn't see my first one that I was trying to show you. So if I go to facebook.com/ads manager, yeah, I'm going to leave the page. Thanks. Okay. When you go to your ads manager, this is what you're going to see. Okay. Now it's automatically pulled up my stuff because I'm on my computer, so I'm signed into my account. And it should do the same for you. And you can see these are campaigns, ads that I have previously created. And it's nice because I can see how much they cost me, what the results were of them, how many people they reached. And what that eventually allows you to do is go in and see what works and what didn't work. So that you can do more of what works and less of what doesn't work. And that's why I probably run this one a while here. Because it was working for me. I got a lot of likes from that. Okay, so when you want to create your first Facebook ad or a Facebook ad, you want to click on Create Campaign. Okay, so once you click on Create Campaign, what's going to come up is this screen here. And it's going to ask you what your objective is of the campaign. So in this, what we're talking about now is running a Facebook ad to grow your page, right? To get more eyes on you so that you can connect with those people. So you're going to want to promote your page. You're getting more likes. That's what this thumbs up is. And then it'll give you the options. Like for me, obviously, yes, this is the page I'm going to promote is my page. And then you see this button down here, set audience and budget. Okay, so here is where the magic starts to happen. This is where you get to really narrow down the people that you're trying to reach. And it does take a little bit of playing and a little bit of understanding. And that's what I loved going and listening to Amy Porterfield, because she can dive into a little bit more details about why you would choose something else. But you want to start with your location, okay? So for the longest time, I've mostly been actually targeting in Canada, but I think it's up to you where you want to target. People definitely relate to me. I think Canadian women relate to me as a Canadian woman, but I don't know that it necessarily matters. So you choose whether you want to, for this example, let's say we're going to add in Canada. But you can actually boil that down even smaller. If you want to target where you live, like I could do Canada, Ontario, like Ajax, like I could really boil it right down to where I live and only target like Durham region moms, which is where I live. So you can create different campaigns to do that, for example. And that's kind of cool. Because then you know those are the people that you're getting. But let's say for this example, we're gonna do Canada. Okay, and we've added that. We're just gonna do Canada here. I'm gonna delete the US. Okay, and then you wanna move into your age bracket. So for me, when I'm running an ad, I really think, and this is what Amy talks about as well, you want to target people sort of within a 10-year span either way of your age. So I kind of look, I'm 30, almost 34, so I usually go like 25 because most of my niche market are gonna be moms. 25 to 45, let's say. And that's typically what I search in is 25 to 45. That's going to be my target market. Those are going to be the women that are specifically relating to the content that I'm putting out on my page, right? Because I'm talking about my kids, what it's like to be a mom and try to find working out with kids. So you want to really think about that, who you're trying to reach. I never target men. They don't relate to me / me to them. So I always click on women. And then I pick, your language. So you can actually and I encourage anyone, I know we have some French speaking coaches. I think you should consider running a French ad and trying to target the French market because Quebec is blowing up right now on the East Coast of Canada. So if you speak another language, Spanish, French, I say go for it. Target those areas and see who you can connect with in that level. So English all. And then there's more demographics, okay? So this is kind of cool where it gets a little bit more specific. So you can actually put in your relationship status. So if you might want to be like, okay, they're married. I mean, that's a bit of a crapshoot because these days people aren't necessarily married that have kids, right? But you could really boil that down to marriage. Are they working? Who their employers might be. Like if you wanted to target people who work at Good Life Fitness or people who work in gyms, you can do that through this. It's kind of cool that it can get that specific. All parents. So that's something that I like to target, right? I want to target people who are parents of young children because that's my niche, right? So new parents, I might choose to target new parents as well as 0 to 12 months because they're trying to lose the baby weight, 1 to 2 years, 3 to 5 years, 6 to 8 years, because these are all my kids' ages, right? So those are the people who are going to see what I'm doing and maybe relate most. So do you see how I'm kind of narrowing it down? And the cool thing is over here on the side, you can see that I'm defining my audience. I'm making my audience more specific. So I do like to see mine kind of in that middle of the road way, even maybe a little bit more towards specific because I know I'm dialing into my people. You got to find your people. And then again, here you go. You can go actually down into interests and do the same thing. So you can see in this when you look over, they've automatically put these in based on what I put above. But parents. So this is people who have expressed an interest or like pages relating to parenting. So that means, and anyone, it's going to target what I'm saying to anyone who looks at things through Facebook and likes other pages that relate to this. You see how that really dives down into your market, which is kind of cool. And that's why I like this versus just running a blank ad without targeting, because it gets you into the people who are interested, who buy stuff online, who are looking at this kind of thing in their life: motherhood, nutrition, clean eating. Those are going to be things that you want to put in. But when you click on interests, you can actually go down and see everything. It goes all the way. There's lots of different things that it'll show you in your searching of interests. Okay. So you want to, again, I would pick a few and really target in there. And it goes, as I said, it goes even further to behaviors. You can browse their behaviors. You can browse their digital activities, their mobile device users. So if you were Apple and you wanted to get more people into Apple, you might target people who are in a different, who are not Mac users, right? Or iPhone users. Seasonal events. Okay. So you can even go, and I say play around, take an hour when you're going to run your first ad and play around with this, make it specific for you. Connections, Facebook pages. So you can, here's the thing that's really important. You want to make sure you're targeting people. You want to exclude people who already like your page. You don't want people who are already liking your page seeing your ad, because that's wasteful to you, because they might click on it and then you have to pay for that. So I always make sure to put that to exclude people who like my page. Now, here's another thing I think that's interesting is that I could actually go around and see, maybe there's a couple pages that I know I have a lot of friends that look at. Let's see, maybe would be a good, like 100 Days of Real Food or something, or let's see, I don't know, I can't think of any right off the top of my head, like Parenting Magazine or something like that. You can actually pull up those magazines and decide to target people who like that page, if that kind of that. So it's really neat. It can dive right in. Anyway, I think you're catching my drift here. And then you want to save the audience. You want to title your audience. So you might title it the date or the type of the campaign that you're going to make it, or, you might title it something based on like pure parenting and motherhood in this situation. Like, that's who I'm targeting so that I know Canadians. Title it something like that. I'm going to take that off. And then here's where you get to move into budget. And I like this because we all have different budgets for it. If you are going to get into ads, I think it is really important to decide how much you can spend per month on running ads, and really try to stick to that, because that's what good budgeting is. And these things, if you're not conscious, if you're not watching them, can kind of blow out of proportion. So I typically will run an ad for, let's see, I like to do like a lifetime budget. Not $1,500, $20. $20 is what I might do like a lifetime budget of. And remember, it is US funds. And you can put a start and end date. So what I would do is I usually run mine, like Sundays to Thursdays, because for me, Sunday and Thursday nights are often when people are on most commonly. So Sundays, and you can start it at what time and put it, so I might go Sunday to Thursday. And I think that you can actually, I don't know why I'm not seeing it right now, but I think there's a way to actually go and, oh, here we go. Yeah, we're getting down there. Okay, sorry. Optimize for page likes. So then you can have a choice here. You want to get the most likes at the best price, or set an amount a page like is worth for you. If you're going to do this, setting an amount a page like is worth for you, Amy Porterfield says to really aim to be getting it under like 25 cents per like and under. That's where you want to, it's hard to get it much below like 10 cents. So if you're somewhere in the 10 to 25 cents per like, you've got a great ad going, just to give you that concept there. So you can do that. And then you can dive into more run ads on a time. So if you know that your people are only really commenting and liking, in the evenings, if you have mostly mom clients and they're home, maybe the afternoon during nap time, you can actually, again, target it down to that. So I encourage you to give that one a go. Okay. And I think that's sort of where we are. And then you might name it. So you'll give it a proper name again. Okay. I'm just going to move on. Okay. Now, here is now you've sort of targeted your area, you know how much money you're going to spend. And just one more tip on the spending. I recommend, so I set it to run for like 4 days, but I will watch it. And if in 48 hours, if it's not reaching that 25 cents per like or less, I will turn it off, because I think it depends on how you want to spend your money. But I think that is a good indicator of me that maybe it's not the best audience for me, or maybe my ad is not reaching people. So that's what I follow. Okay, so you have two choices when you're running an ad. You can select an image, and the cool thing is that you can actually add 6 images. So you can put 6 different images that you've made and put them out there, and then you can track which one is getting the most leverage. And then the next time you run an ad, only run that one, for example, to get the most out of it. But I will tell you right now that video ads are getting way more action on Facebook. So if you're going to run an ad in the next little bit, this is something I've just realized recently. Select a video, and I would upload a video of whatever it might be. And you're really trying to target into your niche and the people that you're wanting to reach, right? So, for me, when I run an ad of me working out with one of my kids, I get way more likes and interest than if it's just me, for example, because I'm just another person. But if I'm a mom finding time to work out, that seems to be more unique for people. And you can actually create a slideshow. So I would encourage you to try that video aspect. But whether you do video or picture, okay, once you upload it, you want to do a couple things. So I'm just going to upload an image so that we can see this quickly, so you can sort of see. Sorry, guys. I hope this isn't, okay, let's just do this. Okay, so it's important to take a look, to scroll down and take a look. So this clearly does not fit the ad set image size that you need. If you want to know, it tells you, I think it tells you over here, the recommended image size is 1200 by 444 pixels. So if you're going to create an image in PicMonkey or Canva, and that can be another training that we do if you want, you want to use those dimensions to make it the perfect size for you. Because if this is the ad that I put out, nobody's going to click on that. That looks like a disaster. And you also want to make sure that you're looking at the mobile news feed as well, because something like 80% of Facebook users are on their mobile device. So you want to make sure that one particularly looks really great. And then you can decide. I usually click off the desktop right column, because I don't look at those ads in the news feed. So I really focus it on the desktop news feed. So when you're scrolling through your news feed, and it's almost like you don't even realize it's an ad, it's just kind of come up. And that's the same with the mobile news feed. Whereas the desktop right column, I know those are ads, so I don't always look there. So I might choose to remove that one, if that makes sense. Okay. And then you have your little text fit. Now you don't get a lot of characters, like 90 characters in there. So you want it to be, in a way, a call to action. So I can't put this because they're not going to accept that. But something that used to work for me really well was like, I gained 60 and 40 pounds with my pregnancies and lost it all for good. Come follow me for fit tips and advice, or motivation and tips. Give them a bit of a call to action in there in a very short way. I know that my friend Amy, who is in the US, her niche market, she's quite heavy still, and her whole focus is that, can you really be considered obese and fit, because she has worked out for so long and she's made such huge progress. But her ad that she put out there was like, do you think that you can be obese and still fit? Like, come follow me to find out. And that was a really powerful thing for people to connect to. And so I would do the same. Think about who your niche is and who you are, and try to write a little blurb on that is with a call to action that's going to draw people into that. Okay, and then you place your order. And then that's your ad. Now, a couple things you'll notice is that you cannot put in like any type of something that is like a before and after image. It's too salesy and Facebook won't allow it. You have to be conscious of how much nudity, like most of the time, if you're in like a bathing suit, you're okay, or a bra and underwear, if you were going to show, I don't know, your abs or something, you are okay. But I think that there are some parameters that Facebook has around what they'll allow you to put up there. And you'll learn as you go. But if you have questions or you're trying to do it and it's not working, let me know and I'll see if I can help. Okay. Sorry, guys. I hope does anyone have questions on that before we're moving along here? And I know, and it's getting a bit later, and I'm not too much longer. So I just want to, if anyone has questions on that right now while we're in it, why don't you let me know? You can. Oh, I think you're muted, Erica. Are you talking? Sorry. You have to unmute. Let me see if I can unmute you. Unmute. Okay, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay. No, I was just saying, when you're talking about them liking your page, are you talking about like your actual Facebook page or just that page that you've posted?
This is for business or like pages, or they're called business pages now. So not your personal account. It would be a page that you create that, for me, mine's Bria Evenson Fitness.
Yeah. Because I asked Jody, like, should I start my own homepage? And she said not yet, but I'm going to ask you, should I have my own homepage?
Well, that was exactly what I would have said to Jody, is not yet. But the more I learn about Facebook, the more I realize is that actually you're not really technically allowed to advertise on your personal page. So yes,
okay,
you should. From now on, I think people should create a like page. I still think you can work your warm market through your personal page, but I think it's important to maybe start, if you plan to do this big and grow in a cold market, I think you may as well get started on it.
Okay. And my other question is, when you're on Facebook, because ever since I've been doing Beachbody, which is like 2 weeks, but I see like the stuff that comes up on my feed is totally different. It's all these sponsored. Is that basically what it is? The ones that say sponsored?
Yes, those are
all ads.
Paid ads. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So I don't, just so you guys, like, I do not go to my news feed. It's a super time sucker. I have created a list, and I can share this to you another time, but I've created a list in my groups on Facebook where I put all my coaches in it, so that I can go in and I can like and comment on your stuff. But then I don't get sucked into the news feed because, it's a lot of people like us now.
And there is. And I was like, oh my God, is everyone seeing that? Or is that just us because we're delved into that? But my other question is, do you contact then all those random people that like your page when you do an ad?
Here's my rule of thumb when it comes to moving. And I think I may have talked about this with the free groups, I may have done a document on this already, but I don't contact the people who like my page. I wait until they have engaged with one of my posts. So once they have liked or commented on one of my posts, then I will send them a friend request. And the cool thing now that is brand new, because you can't message people unless they message you first on Facebook. But now if someone engages with you and comments on one of your posts on your like page, you can write them specifically. That's new. But yeah, I always wait till they've engaged, and then I do try to message them, send them a friend request and message them right away, so that because it's like, well, you did just like my stuff, so they're going to know who you are. Good. Any other questions on that before I just I'll move on into boosting posts? And again, I do realize that, like, I'm trying to streamline this for you. It can go a lot deeper, and I'm still learning it, but I wanted to just get this information out to you guys in case you want to start running an ad. Because if you want to grow in your cold market, this is a way that I have done that is working. I run an ad once a month to get more eyes on my page, and then I work on connecting with those people. Okay. All right. So now I'm just going to go back and finish up the, let's see if I can go back and finish. Okay. So I think we talked about this. The purpose of the ads was to promote something, specifically your page. And I think so there's your organic reach, which is when you make a post and just the people who naturally see it versus a paid reach. And more Facebook is not showing much of your organic reach until you get like 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 likes. Then they're going to start to push your organic reach a little bit more, but your paid reach is really what's going to grow it. And again, you don't have to do this, but you don't have to spend money this way. But I have, in the last year, as I've tried to push out into my cold market and expand, it's been a helpful way for me to just budget a little bit of my earnings and grow. And I've made it back for sure. Okay, so now I want to move into boosting a post, which is an entirely different thing from running an ad. So when you're running an ad, you're promoting something. trying to get likes on getting eyes on your page. Boosting a post is taking something that you've already created on your page and paying to get it out into more people. So when I was talking about like the affinity, and Facebook will really only show your stuff to the people who are liking or commenting, boosting a post is when you pay and they will push it out to more people. So even people who don't normally engage with your stuff. So it increases your reach and gets more eyes on that specific post that you created. So there are 2 times when I typically do this. I will boost a post that got a lot of action. So that naturally had a great organic reach and action, because it meant to me that people were connected with my post. And so when I push it out and I pay a little bit of money, I usually just pay $5 to boost that post, then I know that more people are going to get to see what has already been shown to me as being popular. And then it automatically, again, encourages them to engage, and then it boosts my engagement and my organic reach naturally. I hope that makes sense. The second time I will boost a post is when I am doing that right hook. So now I've put out content, and now on my business page, I want to ask people to join me, to join my challenge group or join my team by going a sneak peek. You could do it for a free group too, although typically I don't have too much trouble filling those ones with my organic reach, but that is also when I will boost a post, because I want to make sure that what I'm offering is getting out to as many people as possible. So I will boost my challenge group request posts. And I'm just going to, I guess I'll have to stop share and I'll just show you quickly. I'm sure you guys have all seen this in your, this is where I'm going. In your Facebook, if you don't have a like page, this is, let me just go. Hang on. Page, sorry. Can you guys see my page as I'm moving through my Facebook now? Are you okay to see it? Someone's gonna have to unmute and tell me though, sorry.
Yeah.
You can? Okay, good. Okay. So I can see here. So here's a post that went automatically. So you can schedule your posts on your like page, which is really cool. So I usually, when I have my power hour, I make my posts for the day and I schedule them out so that I'm not worrying about posting at night when I'm trying to do a million other things. But right here, right in your post, it's going to say boost post. So I can see in this post, like how many people liked it. It's an okay post. So I don't know that I would necessarily push it out very far, but, last night I did a post, or a couple nights ago I did, that got like 30 likes, which is a lot for me on my personal page. So I decided I'm just going to boost it for $5 today just to see what happens and to reach more people. And as a result, I've had another 14 people like it just today, and I can reach out and connect to those people. So that's not something I do very often. It's only if people really connect to something that I'm offering out there. But that is when you boost a post. And when you boost a post, so let me just click on this, see if I can boost a post. A couple little tips, okay? So you can boost it specifically to people who already like your page. So I think if I'm going to boost a post about an ask, inviting to a challenge group, I always boost it out to people who like my page and their friends. Because in a way we have some relation, in a way they're a level of a warm market for me. If I'm boosting, when I'm just today, like I boosted this post that was just to kind of get a few more eyes on me. I boosted it to people I chose through targeting. So I targeted it down again a little bit to women, Canada or the US, 25 to 47 women, that kind of thing. So I just targeted it down just a little bit. So I know the people who are seeing that I don't target men at all in my business. I don't want them on my Facebook page because they're always creepy. Men are so creepy. No offense. There's a few in our team now, but when it comes to social media, they can be super creepy. So I really stay far away from them. Okay, so that's the main difference. And I hope that kind of explained a little bit for you guys. I hope it wasn't too confusing or overwhelming. I'm going to stop my share. Did I have anything else? Or I think that was it. I think I was just going to move into any questions or answers. So I will stop my share and see if open it up in case And please give me feedback, because I am still like, if this made 0 sense to you, let me know and I will do better next time. Because I'm still learning on how to share this.
It makes perfect sense, Bria. I boosted a post just experimenting. I didn't know what I was doing, and it was a waste of money, but it was, you got to dive in and see what things are about, right? Now, thanks to you explaining this to me, I understand that I really need to make an ad, and sometimes maybe I'll boost some posts too. So thank you for clarifying. It's helpful.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm glad I just think like I think that Facebook, it's really powerful. I'm learning. It's like, it can be a very affordable and cheap way to advertise, but you want to do it right. Cause I think, when I first started running ads, like I swear I spent like $75 and got nothing, which is just, I remember my husband was like, what the hell did you do? And I was like, I don't know. So I think it's really important that if you're going to run ads, you need to have a plan. Like, I'm running ad with a purpose to get more eyes on me. And when I have those eyes on me, I'm going to engage with them and move them into a free group, offer them a free group, get them building relationships, that kind of thing. You want to create a pipeline for them. Otherwise, if you just run an ad and then don't connect with them, it's kind of wasted money. And likewise with the boosting posts, make sure there's a purpose behind what you're doing. And if you're lost, let me know. I'm happy to talk through this again on another call. Sorry, did someone else have a question?
I have a question.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So when we post our daily posts, I have my personal page and my page, my business page.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually, let's say I put a motivational quote. I've been posting to both, putting it on one and sharing it on the other.
Mm-hmm.
Am I over posting?
No, I think that's okay. I find this is so funny. I think it was like a year and a half ago. I remember being on a similar call and I asked a very similar question. It was like, I don't know, I have got 2 pages, but I wasn't ready to give up your personal page yet because you're still reaching your market there. So I think that what has worked for me, Sandy, is that sometimes I share, but more often I actually will, assuming it's an image, I will tag myself in that image so that it shows up on my personal page. So it's like Bria. So it almost, in a way, it's a bit more native in that you're like, oh, Bria Evenson was tagged in Bria Evenson Fitness's photo, so that people are now seeing like, oh, there's another thing here. There's a fitness thing here that they can click on and check out. So that I found to be more helpful, but no, I don't think it's oversharing. I don't.
So what you do is you always post from your business page and then you tag your personal. Yeah.
Yes. Now that is what I do. It was a little while of transitioning where I felt just like Sandy, where it was like, for me, it was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to post where, and how do you kind of amalgamate the two, right?
Yeah.
So.
Can I just ask, I know they're saying post 3 to 5 times a day. I think that's kind of annoying and too much, because I just think people will start losing you.
Yeah, I think for me, what I've learned in that is that that really depends on your personal Facebook habits. Like, if you've always been a super poster, it's not gonna, people are gonna just already know that from you. But I was a no poster, and so it is a lot for me to post more than 2 times a day. And I think that's enough. 2 times a day seems to be enough. I post in the morning, I post in the evening. That's when people see it, and that's good. Sometimes
that's what I was gonna ask. Is that okay? Because I'm doing a workout thing in the morning usually, and then a meal thing at night, or some inspiration. Or
personal, yeah. So I think that's been enough for me.
Okay.
So.
But then, how do you split them? So, because I've got a page now. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure, how to split them up. So I'm doing a combination of okay, well, I'm doing what Sandy's doing a little bit too. So I'm I'll do a post on my personal, and then I'll also put it on my
mm-hmm.
and then some, if it's very personable, it's the kids, mm-hmm. then I do it on my page.
Mm-hmm.
If it's very fitness and very maybe program system specific, then I'll put it on the
Yeah.
But do you combine the two? Do you say the combination of the two are 3 to 5 times?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you might look at it that way as a combination. I typically, now that I have moved solely, like pretty much over to my business page, unless it's like a very like family focused one, which I'll put on my personal, like you said, I will keep it. I still only keep it to like 2 to 3 times a day. I think again, it's really, I know it's really tough in the first little while, and I really have just kind of transitioned out to being more on my like page, because in the beginning you have this warm market and it's already there in your network. And that's also where you transition people over and converse with them, is your personal page. So I think it's important to continue to post there and reach that market and make sure you're asking of people there too. But I liked that what you said there, Trish. I think like really specific, like anything I do every single day, like here's my workout and here's my workout tip and here's my nutrition and what I ate. Those things I always put on my business page. If I find that they are popular, I'll tag myself and pull them over. Or something that really speaks to me as a person, I might put on my personal page.
So I tried to tag myself on my like page and I couldn't do it.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Maybe I should show you guys this now. And I apologize. I know we're getting long, so if you have to hop off, I totally understand. But I can't minimize Zoom when I'm recording. Okay. Let me see, because there is a trick, and I will tell you right now that Facebook changes it. It's like I think they're all, Mark Zuckerberg's just sitting up in his high spot, just laughing at us all. I think it's so funny. Okay. So here's how you tag yourself. Once you have posted your picture, you have to right click or whatever, double click if you're on a Mac, and you need to open the image in a brand new window.
Oh my God. Okay.
And once you have done that, you will be able to tag yourself in that picture. So yeah, I can tag myself, and that is how it should work. And then you can then tag me.
So open a new window, then in that new window you can tag yourself.
Yeah, so
Post,
make your post, right click on it and open it in a new window, and then you can do that. Now it's a bit simpler in video. You can actually, so where are my videos? Right here. So I can open up this video, and just open up the video, and then you should actually be able to tag yourself. Yeah, I can tag myself in that video right there. There we go.
So Priya, was it the use of like ads and boosts that got you more likes on your like page? Because like right now I'm trying to I don't want to completely move over to the like page because I've got, close to 700 friends.
Yeah.
My like page is 140. So why would I do more, advertising on that?
No, I wouldn't. I would focus. I mean, for you, until you really feel like you're like, okay, my warm market is tapping out. This is what worked for me. Everyone does it differently. I stayed on my personal page until my warm market was out. Now, I still think, like anything, to make that transition easier, it's good to have your like page, to try to build it naturally through some likes and get some content on there. And then when you're ready, start running ads.
Okay.
I think you're fine. Like I worked my warm market on my personal page for a year and a half, almost a whole year and a half before I started working my like page.
So is that when you started seeing your like page surpass your personal page and likes and stuff?
No, that was when I finally started running ads on my like page.
All right.
Because it really is, that is where it comes from. Like you can send out a request to every single one of your friends to like your page, but I mean,
I know.
Like you don't, the purpose of the business page is business. So yeah. And if you can network around that, you might not need it ever or for a very long time. But typically, I think if you want to make this huge, then eventually you're going to want to get into social media marketing.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, I know those numbers of frequency of posts can seem high. Just try to think of it as an opportunity to share a little bit about yourself, your life, what you like, why your life is so great. Or, without being big.
But I tend to think those people are annoying, and I myself will unfriend people that do that. And I know other people do that too, because we talk about that, how it's annoying.
Well, you didn't unfriend me.
Yeah, because you're my friend, and I know you're running a business.
Are you saying I'm annoying?
I'm saying if you were an acquaintance, yeah, kind of. No.
If all your posts are focused on like 21-day fix or challenge groups, that's annoying. When you're saying, when each day you're saying something different,
Yeah.
you're kind of saying the same thing, but you're saying it in a different way. Like Bria always does a workout video, but she doesn't always talk about the program. Sometimes it's like a thought or a motivational thought or a set of moves to try to strengthen your buns. Like, change it up and give of yourself. Just however many posts you decide to do in a day, share something about you. So, and you're doing great. You guys are both doing great. I love your posts, but I know sometimes it's hard when you're like, oh, I got to do another post. What the hell am I going to say now?
Mm-hmm.
Just you want people to get to know you a little bit. That's what's going to attract people to you instead of me, or to Trish instead of Bria, because you've got that thing in common that they know about you because you've shared it. I guess, Bria, maybe that's more relevant when they're not your friends who are liking your page. What do you think?
Yeah, I just think, well, two things. One, although we need to push ourselves in this business, it's important to stay very true to yourself, because you do best when you're being honest and genuine, and you attract who that is. So if for you, Erica, if you don't want to, if posting that many times annoys you, then it's fine for you to post, I think, just a couple times, because you're going to attract those people, right?
I just know, like, in the business world, for me, I've just always known, like, less is more sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
But I also think it's generational. Like, I think there's a whole, like, people in their 20s have grown up with social media. And I'm talking to Shelby right now, probably, because I don't know how many of all of us are in our 20s, but I think they're used to posting everything like 100 times a day, and they are. So I think it depends on your market. So just, I think, obviously push yourself a little, but stay true to who you are. And I don't think you can go wrong. And if you find that you're struggling, then that's when we'll dive in and take a look at, like, okay, well, what's missing? Yeah. Okay. I know it's getting late. Any other questions on this? I'm glad sounds like it was a little helpful and got it out there for you.
I had a really quick question.
Yeah.
Wondering, when you boost your post and someone likes it and they're not your friend, you send them a friend request?
It's a good question, Shelby. I think I'm starting to get, like, I might start doing that more. Yeah. I just friend request people. My only tip is that when you friend request a bunch of people, if they don't accept your friend request in a week, like, take back your friend request, right? There's a whole section, because Facebook will put you in Facebook jail for sending out too many friend requests to people who aren't your friends, because it looks spammy, right? So you need to make sure you go in and remove who didn't accept. Yeah, I think I'm getting to that point now where I think that's what I will start doing is I like people to engage, but if it's a boosted post, yes, I do send them a friend request.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't went in Facebook jail yet, but I send a lot.
Mm-hmm. Pull back on the Facebook friend. Don't go to Facebook jail.
Where do you see that? I didn't know that you could pull back.
You can pull back. Let's see. I just found this. Let me see if I can share my screen. I need to probably do this. So this is a good exercise. Hang on a second. Close some of these here. My messages. Okay. So I think when you go to your friends, maybe if I go to find friends, here we go, view sent requests. Do you see that?
Oh, okay.
Okay. And then, so you can see all these friend requests that I have sent, and then see more requests. So I'm about due. Yeah, I'm due to start to pull back, I think, right? Idle ones out there. So I think it's good to get in the habit of, like, if someone hasn't accepted in 3 to 5 days or 5 to 7 days, that you just say, okay, we're out.
Got it.
Good. Well, this has been full of little Facebooky tips. I'm glad it's kind of worked out a little bit. Good. Okay. I hope this was helpful. Anyone else that I can help with? Are some people still hanging on for me tonight? Thanks, guys. I know it's late and it was kind of dry.
No, it was really helpful.
Okay, good. I'm glad. And again, make sure if there are things you want to learn, like, I mean, now that we're doing weekly calls, like, let me know, because I want to make sure that I'm getting out the right content to you guys.
I just do have, I have one quick question.
Yeah, Sharon, go ahead. It's nice to see you.
I haven't set up a Facebook like page.
Okay.
And I did set one up for a music program that I do, but I kind of messed it up. Like I can't like anybody on my music program like page. It's only people can like me, but I can't like back. I also can't post anything on that page about other people. Like I can't go and look at it. It's just basically a flat page, and I post stuff about my program, but I actually can't follow anybody else on that. I don't want to make that mistake with my own personal Facebook like page or business page. So is there like a how-to somewhere where I can just take a little peek and see like on SuccessFit about the kinds of things we should click off? Because there are a lot of mistakes on my music page that I don't want to make.
That's a good question. I haven't put something together. I'll look at doing that. I mean, I think like the point of the business page is really, you can't do a lot of interacting with others until they interact with you first. But I would go to amyporterfield.com.
Yep.
And she has a few different ways. Like she will put in like a free, little free one pagers that can actually walk you through some of this stuff. Or also another option that I find really helpful, because I'm really visual, is I'll go to YouTube and I will literally be like, type in like how to create my Facebook business page. And you will see there are good, and they will walk you through it. And that is how I learn a lot of stuff.
Okay.
So on your like page, on your business like page, like, is it possible that my work people would not see if I posted during the day on that page? Because I wouldn't add them as friends.
Yeah, if they don't like your page, they're not going to see it.
Okay, good to know.
It's important. Plus, the nice thing about your like page is, as I said, you can schedule it. So if someone were to ever be like, you're posting a lot of it, Facebook be like, well, I schedule actually my posts out. So yeah, I do that all the time. And you could actually schedule it. So good. Oh, well, it's good to see everyone tonight. And I hope that I hope that you guys are still really enjoying this. And I know it can be quite a roller coaster sometimes. So just try to hang on to what you love about it and remind yourself what you love about it, and focus on helping yourself and the people around you, because that's what this is about at the end of the day. Okay. Much love, big hugs, virtual hugs. And we'll see you soon. Good luck finishing October strong.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay. Okay. Bye.